Now, there's no doubt about the star of the show today, Max Verstappen. They have turned out in full force. There's orange T-shirts and flags everywhere. And Max had a sit down with Ted earlier this week.
Well, Max, the last time we saw you, you were atop the German podium, but not quite atop. In fact, not even second, third, after you'd very graciously let your teammate through to maximise his strategy, something I never thought I'd see from you.
Between me and Daniel, we have a lot of respect for each other, and at the end we fight as a team, and especially now, in the constructors we are fighting for second or third. Back then we were still in third, so you try to maximize everything, and sometimes that's instead of second being third, which is not a big drama, I think.
Is this a more mature Max?
I don't know, I think you work more as a team, especially at Red Bull.
Did you know what Daniel was doing with his shoe?
Yes.
Right, he explained it to you.
I wouldn't do it myself, especially after a race with a lot of sweat. I don't know how that champagne tasted.
We've been out into the fields to hear from some of your fans. All right, we have a beautiful question here from this girl who's gone to some trouble to be here.
Hi Max, I biked all the way from Amsterdam to come and see you. Do you still bike around, or is it just cars from now?
She went all the way from Amsterdam.
She has cycled, I believe, on that bike.
With the limited amount of time we have, I prefer to do running because it doesn't take that much of your time compared to cycling. You have to go at least 3-4 hours.
Let's talk about Holland and Belgium. Where were you born?
Belgium.
Right. What is your passport?
Both.
Both. I'm sorry, you're Belgian. This is your home race. You're Belgian.
I'm both. I'm half-half. My mom is from Belgium and then my dad is from Holland. So.
Do you like to think of yourself more Dutch or just, as you say, half and half?
The thing is, I've always lived in Belgium, went to school in Belgium, but I always spend my days with friends in Holland. And also with the go-kart workshop we have, I feel a little bit more Dutch.
Well, talking of how you feel, how do you feel about being the saviour of the Belgian Grand Prix? Because you do know that that's what the promoter here has called you. He says thanks you from the bottom of his heart, because we have the highest attendance here at Spa than we've had for any Grand Prix, I think, since the mid-2000s. And it's all down to you.
It's very special. In my second season in Formula One to achieve that is of course great. We all know, I think, that the Dutch fans are very passionate, and as soon as you start to do a good job, then you get more and more fans, and I think that's just great for the sport.
You mentioned your mum Sophie there. Does she like to come to any Grand Prix, or does she prefer to watch it at home?
I think she's very nervous, so I think it's better for her to stay at home, because before every race weekend she goes to the church and she lights a candle.
She lights a candle for you. I like that. Okay, yeah, because any mum is concerned, and of course, being a racing driver herself, she knows do you think maybe she's more aware of what could happen? As
a mom, I think you always are about your children, isn't it? So especially if you're going over 300 and you're racing really close with other drivers, I think it's pretty normal.
You've got a lot of young fans, I've noticed. In the UK, a lot of exam results coming out at the moment. Can you identify with that?
I didn't really finish my school fully because I was very committed to the racing. And of course it's a risk, because at the end it's very important to get your degrees and everything. But I took the risk, to focus more on my racing and to maximize everything I could. And luckily it paid off. I think, my dad supported me in that. As soon as he saw that I didn't have the talent, to become a Formula One driver, he would have never helped me that much, to become one. I think there you have to find if you're gonna make it or not. If you're not gonna make it, you have to focus on something else.
Let's just rocket through the last couple of questions.
Hi Max, greetings from Montfort with 2 O's. Question from us. I'm kind of addicted to the ice cream called Raketje. And is your favorite ice cream sort of the same, or do you prefer your grandfather's ice cream from Montfort? Okay, good luck this weekend, and we'll shout for you. Doei! Hoi hoi!
Oi oi!
Hoi hoi!
Can you explain that? What's your grandfather's ice cream from Montfort?
Yeah, he has an ice cream shop and he's doing really well. Now in the summer they're just waiting outside to get an ice cream, and
they're queuing out the door of your grandfather's ice cream shop.
Yeah, it's actually a perfect location because you're on a roundabout, a lot of cyclists passing by, so they stop very easily for an ice cream. They are great. I enjoy them a lot. I think my favorite ice cream is strawberry and vanilla.
Last one.
Hi Max, I have a question for you. Did you met more girls since you drive Formula 1?
I think it certainly helps, but that's not where I'm aiming for. I think, yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, that is it. So you've certainly got the support out there. You think you'll have a good weekend?
I hope so. I mean, I will do my best for them.
Well, we've seen it over the decades, haven't we? You get a charismatic driver and the fans turn up. You know, the great Michael Schumacher motivated the German fans. Nigel Mansell at Silverstone. I was in a race where it would be 92, where the fans came on the racetrack. I finished on the podium with that day, and it was just an incredible sight to see how the fans are so far behind. Senna, of course, in Brazil, and Fernando Alonso in Spain, our own Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone. And what I think it is, I think Nigel pretty much sums it all up. The fans know that if they go to watch, if they turn on the television or go and sit in the grandstands, he will do something incredible, usually brilliant, often crazy as well. A bit of emotion to go with it, but they know their drivers fast, will pull ridiculous moves and will give them something to cheer for. And so there's been a lot of great drivers in F1, but only a handful that can really fill the grandstands and turn on the television sets.